Let me tell you, I wasn't ready when I came off birth control. I really didn't know what to expect. I didn't have a guarantee that I will get my cycle back or that I would experience less pain or less PMS. In less than 12 weeks, I got my period back. Very predictable. Now it's on the clock. It's really regular. And I also cleared my skin. I also fixed my digestive bloating issues as well. I just got the results because I understood a couple of things I'm going to share with you now that will also help you get into the journey of healing naturally if this is what you're looking for. I got on the birth control pill at 16 and I stopped at 22, and I'm going to tell you the whole story about how was my experience on birth control, and most importantly how I got out of it, how I came off the contraceptive pill and I got my cycle back naturally. This is some information that I would have loved to hear back when I was 16 or even 22, because I was so lost. I didn't even know what my cycle was, what hormones were. I thought that female hormones are so complicated and that you need a degree to just make sure that you're doing things correctly. All the doctors I went to were just prescribing me drugs. Honestly, I just came off birth control because I knew I wanted to heal naturally, but I didn't know how. And so in this video, I'm going to tell you all about how I did it and how you can do it as well. So let's go back to when I was 16 and I first got into my doctor's office because I had really irregular periods and I also had cystic acne on my face. And the solution she prescribed to me was contraceptive pill, the birth control pill. She told me that this will help me regulate my hormones and keep them at bay so that acne wouldn't be a problem anymore and I wouldn't have to worry about my cycle. At the time, these sounded like music to my ears. I was like, okay, give it to me. Also, I had this irrational fear. I was terrified of getting pregnant. So I was like, I'm getting on this because this will resolve all my issues and all my problems and I don't have to worry about anything anymore and it's just easy. Just a little pill that you swallow every day and everything is solved. But little did I know that at some point I picked out the leaflet, the patient information leaflet from the box of my pills, and I started like unrolling it and reading all the side effects, and I was shocked. I was shocked that I didn't know this information before. I was shocked that nobody had told me this because I would never had accepted to take the pill if I knew this. Some of the things I discovered were that synthetic hormones actually blocks ovulation, and ovulation in a woman is a marker of health. If you're ovulating, it means that your hormone levels are stable and it means that you are healthy as a woman. When you're taking synthetic hormones, it's just blocking your natural ovulation, which means that the bleed that you have on the pill is not your period. It's artificial. It's the placebo effect of your uterus shedding the lining artificially. So it's not a period. For so long, I didn't know how this would affect me. And then I started researching and I found out some other things. I found out that women are 30% more likely to get breast cancer when they're on the pill, that women have died from strokes while on the pill, that the pill can cause infertility, and that it also causes depression, which really made sense because during the time that I was on the pill, I really didn't feel like myself. I felt like this very dull, numb version of myself, and I thought, you know, this is normal. But no, it's the pill, it's the synthetic hormones that are having this effect. But of course I wasn't told all of this because otherwise, you know, this industry would not function if women were aware of this information. And so myself at 16 had no idea, and I took this for 7 years of my life. 7 years straight taking the pill, until one day when I was 22 and I was in a stable relationship. Deep down, I knew that suppressing my cycle wasn't going to be the answer for me any longer, and it isn't a forever answer. And I knew that the pill was only concealing the symptoms and not resolving the root cause of it. But I felt so scared to come off the pill because I thought that all my symptoms were going to come back at me. I thought that I was going to get acne again. I didn't know when my period would come back. Like, I didn't know what to expect, and I felt so alone in this because All the doctors that I went to for my skin, for my hormones, for my digestive issues, like everybody was prescribing me more drugs, and I wanted nothing to do with the drugs. I wanted to heal naturally, and I knew there was a way, but I didn't know how to do that. The thing is, since I was little, I was passionate about nutrition and how the body worked. Like, this is something that really truly passionates me. So I went on and I studied. I got a degree in nutrition and dietetics. I studied Chinese medicine. I went to naturopaths. I also learned from doulas and midwives. Like, I got also very obsessed. I don't know why, but I got very obsessed with watching like natural births and women birthing babies freely and naturally. I understood that the women's body is very sacred and functions in a way that very few women are aware of. And when we stop interfering with our natural hormones, it is when we can actually heal, because the body knows what it's doing. I really went on a journey of like studying a lot and making sure that I had all the tools to support my body whenever I decided to come off birth control. Let me tell you, I wasn't ready when I came off birth control. I really didn't know what to expect again. I understood what I needed to do, but I didn't have a guarantee that I will get my cycle back or that I would experience less pain or less PMS. But I did. I did it because I really wanted to figure it out by myself. In less than 12 weeks, I got my period back. Very predictable. Now it's on the clock. It's insane. Like, I can predict it. It's really regular. And I also cleared my skin. I also fixed my digestive bloating issues as well. As a side effect of this, my hair and my nails grow thicker and longer. My skin looks amazing. Like, all of these side effects of knowing how my body works, I just got the results because I understood a couple of things that I'm going to share with you now that will also help you get into the journey of healing naturally if this is what you're looking for. The first very important thing that I don't see anybody talk about is that your body needs to feel safe in order for your reproductive system to restart. If you're very stressed, if you're in survival mode, your body is going to prioritize survival before reproduction. If your body doesn't feel safe for some reason, because you're stressed, because you have high cortisol levels, because your lifestyle is really stressful, because you're not eating enough, there's so many factors that can cause survival. And if you're in that situation, then your body is not going to be able to restart the reproductive system sustainably. So the first thing that you need to do is to make sure that your body feels safe. And I'm going to share some ways to do this. For example, you need to be eating enough food. You need to be eating enough calories so that your body has enough fuel, enough energy to restart the production of natural hormones. That is a given. If you're under eating, if you're fasting, it's not going to work. You need to be eating enough food. The other thing that makes your body feel safe is warmth. I see every single girl on the internet waking up and making herself an iced coffee in the morning. This is the worst thing that you can do for your body and for your hormones and for your nervous system. Think that your body, like your digestive system, is like warm inside. And if you are pouring down first thing in the morning a cold beverage, you're making your digestive system work way harder to keep the temperature, just only to keep the temperature. So you're going to waste a lot of energy in your digestion when you are eating cold foods and drinking cold drinks. So everything that is cold, like salads, yogurt. I'm not saying it's bad to eat yogurt, but you need to eat it in a certain way for it not to affect your digestion. And why is your digestion so important when it comes to hormones? It's because your body uses a lot of energy to digest food, and if your body is focusing all its energy on digesting, it's not focusing its energy on the other parts that needs to heal. And also your body needs enough of the essential nutrients in order to produce stable hormone levels. You need to be eating enough calories, you need to be eating the right foods for each phase of your cycle, and you need to know how to regulate your stress levels, because no matter how good you eat, no matter how healthy your diet is, if you have very high stress levels, your body is not going to produce a stable amount of hormones. And this is the most important part, is in regulating your nervous system back to inner peace, harmony. It's also one of the most difficult things to do if you don't have the right support and if you've never been taught how to do this. I can make more videos on how to regulate your cycle naturally. Basically, I just got obsessed with giving my body the right conditions in order for my hormones to be supported and for my cycle to be regular, predictable, pain-free, to regulate my skin. My cystic acne completely disappeared, my digestive issues as well. And I'm not saying that you should study nutrition for years before you start healing. I just did this because it's my passion and because I love to teach and to help women heal. But you can do it in a more simple way. You can do it in a way that also fits your lifestyle. So you don't need any restrictive diets. You don't need to add more stress to your life with like meal plans or stuff like that. You don't need to have excessive like habits that are very difficult to implement. No, what you need to know is very simple, and it's just applying it to your personal situation. And this is where the support comes from, because I know that this process feels really lonely. This is why I created a program to help women self-heal through a natural process that is proven. It's the process that I went through and that I helped dozens of women around the world get their periods back, balance their hormones naturally. You can do it too, so that you have all the support that you need in the process and you let go of this guesswork of, am I doing it correctly? Am I doing this right? Like, should I do this? Because a lot of the stress comes from not knowing what to do and not knowing if you're doing the right thing. This process will take away all the guesswork because you have a full plan that is adapted to your lifestyle, that is adapted to your personal situation. So if you don't know where to start, but you want to heal naturally, I recommend you to book a call with me so that we can have a personalized assessment and I can help you understand what you need to do and create a plan to heal naturally. I don't do a lot of this personalized calls. I'm not going to do them forever. So if you watch this video and you get the chance to get on a call with me and get your personalized assessment, I wouldn't hesitate. Book the call, it's free. I will also leave all the links in the description box of all the articles that I have written about how to heal your hormones naturally, so that you can have all the information. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so this can get to more women. Don't forget to share your experience in the comments as well. What has helped you? How do you feel? I really want this comment section to be a community where women can help each other. And thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you for supporting this channel, and I'll see you in the next one.